Welcome to Well Balanced Kids yoga sequence video on rivers. What do you like about rivers, Rosa?
How with the river behind us, some of them can be ripply and some of them can be calm, some of them can be cold, some of them can be warm. I like how they're all different.
They can be different, can't they? And they're beautiful, magical places where you can have lots of fun, throwing pebbles, paddling, finding interesting creatures. It's a beautiful place to be on a warm summer's day, or even on a nice autumn walk. So today we're going for a little walk by the river. And so I want you to imagine you're in this beautiful wooded glade that we have behind us. And you're just strolling along. And so as you stroll, you see a little wooden bridge over the river. And so we're going to go into bridge pose. I hope you've done the warm-up first, the sun salutation warm-up that's also on our website. Make sure you've done that and then you'll be ready to do this yoga sequence. Okay, you ready? So we're going to do bridge pose. So for bridge pose, we're going to lie on our backs and we're going to bring up our hips. So lie first of all, flat down, hands by your side, looking up straight up at the ceiling, and then bring your hips up and try and bring them up nice and straight and try and get as much space as you can between the floor and your hips. And then you can put your hands underneath your bottom and bring your hips. And see how long you can keep there. Maybe 10 seconds, maybe longer. And if you want to make this pose more challenging, you can bring up a leg. If you bring up a leg, don't forget to do both sides, one by one. And then slowly come down. So, did you enjoy doing bridge pose? The longer you do it, the more you do it, the longer that you can keep your bridge up. So after you've walked over the bridge, maybe you've played Pooh Sticks on the bridge. Do you like playing Pooh Sticks, Rosa?
Yes, when I get to play it.
Not very often at the moment. And if those of you that don't know, Pooh Sticks is a game that Winnie the Pooh plays, where you throw in the stick on one side of the bridge.
Run to the other side, see it. Winner is the first to cross the other side.
The winner's the first stick that comes the other side, that's right.
It's very fun.
So another river pose that we're going to do is a little creature that often lives near or in rivers, and that's frog pose. So frog pose, Rosa can do this better than I can actually. So we just squat down and bring our hands in between our feet. So if you can, try and keep your feet flat on the floor.
I can.
If you go a little bit further back, Rosa, they'll be able to see your feet. I don't think they can see them yet. So if you can, have your feet flat on the floor with your hands in between. That's praying mantis. But if you have your hands further down like this, it's frog pose. And perhaps you could do some jumping frogs, Rosa.
I can only jump on tiptoes, but I can stay still on flat.
Some very noisy frogs in this river. Why don't you have some fun jumping up and down like a frog? So in this river, it's a very clean river and we can see some fish. So we're going to do half fish pose. Now it's really important when you do half fish that you don't look at the screen while you're doing it. So watch us now demonstrating it and then do the pose, because you should always make sure that you're not twisting your neck in this pose. So I'm going to get Rosa to demonstrate this. So Rosa, would you like to lie down with your head at this end? And your feet, your legs are zipped up close on the floor. They're all glued up. You're lying straight down. You put your hands flat on the floor and all the weight goes on your forearms. And then you just imagine someone's got a string and you bring up your chest and you tip your head back so you're looking behind you. So Rosa's looking straight behind her, and so she's got this lovely curve on her chest. So do you want to go down, Rosa, and then just do that again to show people slowly. So you're bringing up your chest. So I was imagining there's a string coming up from your chest.
Try not to put too much weight on your head.
That's right.
And if you can, none at all, it's kind of hard to.
Okay, so come back down, Rosa. So as Rosa says, no, not too much weight on your head, making sure you're always looking behind you, don't twist your head, and put as much weight as you can on your forearms. Okay.
Ooh.
So while we're walking by this river, maybe there's a dog that jumps and leaps and comes splashing in the river too. So let's go into downward dog. So hands hip, shoulder width apart, feet hip width apart, and pushing back from your hands. And try and get your heels as close as you can to the floor. And your drishti point, your point of focus, is where your belly button would be if it dropped to the floor.
I don't want that ever happening.
No. And if you can get your heels to the floor and your legs straight, brilliant. If you can't, don't worry, you can have a little bend in your knees.
I can get my legs straight, but I can't get them to touch the floor.
So just try your best. And you might want to wiggle your bottom a bit, as if you are a dog who's enjoying a little wiggle.
You wiggle a lot because you just come out and you want to dry up.
You want to shake yourself up. Or you might be a walking dog, so you might want to stretch your legs
even further
out and be a walking dog that's walking along the side of the river. Now, while we're walking along this river, I noticed that by past the trees where you can't see, there's actually a field right next to the river, and in that field there's a bull. So we're going to go into bull pose. So go back into downward dog and then push your bottom right back up high as you can, and then bring your knee into your forehead, and then just swap over to the other side. So you can do that a couple of times, really stretching your back. And maybe in the next field along, just go back into downward dog, maybe in the next field along there's a horse. So you can kick up your leg back, making sure that you keep your hips level, and with the other one too.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good little workout there. So finally, to end our river yoga sequence, we're going to go into a clam, like we're a little shellfish or clam in the water, or a little rock or a pebble in the bottom, or maybe one that you've thrown in. So you could do extended clam if you want. You could broaden your knees, create a bit of a space in between, drop your head down onto the floor and stretch out your arms, keeping them nice and active. Lie on your head. Just stretching yourself down, imagining that you're on a river and the water is washing over you, relaxing you, maybe bubbling over you. Maybe it's a stone that you found and you've made a wish and you've thrown it into the river. And after maybe 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds, bring yourself up slowly and enjoy your lovely yoga at the river. Hope you've enjoyed that little yoga sequence. Do either try another video after this one,
or relaxation,
and definitely do a relaxation video to let your body all relax after all that stretching that you've been doing. Well done. Hope to see you again soon.
Bye.